Hi, Gemini. I do apologize. It cut off as I was in the middle of your universal sixth house. So I'm just going to keep going over the sixth house and then go right on through the sixth through the 12th. We were talking about your daily routines. Your daily routines are so much more powerful than you realize. I mean, it's a daily routine. It's something you do for the most part on a regular basis. Sometimes it's just, having lunch with a friend. Sometimes it's having, go shopping. Sometimes it's, having a beer with your buddies after work. And then sometimes it's just your health and your diet, your daily work. But your daily mundane tasks aren't as mundane as you think because they have people, places, and things in these routines. And those people, places, and things all have energy that you consume. So are these routines and these energies that you're consuming healthy for you? Because this is where your new moon takes place on the 26th in Scorpio. You're definitely being illuminated here, but you're also being shown here with Mercury in retrograde where the routines work for you and serve you and where they don't. Because, like I said, Mercury's in retrograde, definitely talking to you in your head about the routines that do and don't work for you. The people, places, and things and their energy in these routines that do and don't work for you. However, you may want to, pay attention, even take notes, because you may not fully be ready to take some action in changing some of these routines until after the 19th when Mars moves in, because Mars is going to move in and bring a new power of passion, action, aggression into moving forward in the changes of these routines. Plus, you have a new moon. So there's definitely something new supposed to be coming in and changing here. People, places, things, energy, routines, consuming that energy. Something here is meant to be shifting. Something here is meant to be shifting because something is either serving you and you need to have more of it, or something is not serving you and you need to have less of it. And you'll start seeing that definitely by the time you come to the 26th, by the time the 19th is shown up, when Mercury is coming out of retrograde. By that time, you should definitely start to be able to see what that new direction is supposed to be that Mercury is trying to teach you. Because Mercury doesn't speak to you on a positive or a negative. It just speaks to you about the communication that you need to acknowledge. Spirit's also saying something's going to be going on with your larger groups in that area. Some kind of courageous growth that you need to know about. Or tranquility because of the courageous growth. Anyway, I'm giving you what they're giving me. Now, as you move into the 7th house, this is your relationship zone. This is Sagittarius. Sagittarius, I always see as the higher self with Jupiter. But for you, this is your relationship zone. But your relationship zone is more than just a relationship. It's partnerships. It's business contracts. It's relationships with your friends, your loved ones, your children, your parents, your working environment. It's even relationships you have with your open enemies. Hell, it's relationships you have with money. When you have no money, you know about your relationship with that lack of money. So anything you care about, you have a relationship with. Now, Jupiter has been here trying to bring abundance and knowledge to you about these relationships and how they serve you or they don't, because it's bringing higher abundance and knowledge into the depth of what you want in these relationships. Ceres has been crossing over Jupiter all month of October, saying how it was properly being nurtured or where it was being neglected. And if you missed the memo on that, Venus just moved in. Venus just moved in, and like I said, she ain't going to be spending any time in the 7th house. She's going to jump through the 7th house and then jump into the 8th house really fast. She's going to be coming in with the relationship saying, oh, I really like these people in your life. I really enjoy having them around. I really enjoy talking to them. This is nice. This is good, and I don't want to talk to that person anymore. Because, like I said, it's relationships, it's partnerships, it's business contracts, but it's even open enemies. Venus is our emotions, our sensitivities, emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. So she's definitely going to be bringing the energy that's telling you exactly the people you want to keep around you and why you think you want to keep them around you, as well as the ones you don't want around you and why you don't think you want them around you. But Mercury's in retrograde. Remember, sometimes the ones that we don't like are because they are good images of mirrors of us, and sometimes they're lessons. It's up to you to realize if they're a lesson and a mirror, or if they're just somebody you really can't stand, or if it's part of yourself you can't stand. Now, you're also going to have Pallas here telling you how to strategically think your way through these relationships so they do work for you. But Venus is going to be showing you exactly how she feels about them. Now, she's going to move out, like I said, and into the 8th house, which is the rules of these relationships, on the 25th. So the beginning half of the month, yeah, for the most part of the month, she's there telling you how she feels about the relationships. But by the end of the month, she's going to be telling you what the rules need to be in these relationships. You're also going to have Ceres in this energy at this time, on top of Saturn and Pluto, setting new foundations that strengthen the relationships or break them. The rules of the relationships, the joint finances, the joint efforts, the joint resources. Are they joint? Are they just? Ceres is coming in bringing karma to these rules of these relationships. Joint efforts, joint resources, joint finances. I'm sorry, I couldn't figure out where it was. Like I said, if the balance is just, karma is going to be coming in. The threefold theory is going to be coming in and going, this has been incredibly neglected, or this has been overly nurtured, or just nurtured well. And it is possible to overly nurture, because sometimes, we overly love something. We overly take care of something, which actually turns around and backbuilds against us. I mean, it's like if you water a flower. Not all flowers like a lot of water, but if you water it too much, you can also kill it. So this is saying, are you overly loving the situation sometimes, or are you putting any love into it at all? Within those rules, walls, boundaries of the relationships. Karma is coming in asking, well, where are the rules of them? Are there any rules? Are they rules that are planted properly? Does the foundation here need to shift? Because this is a form of reincarnating what the rules need to be. Regenerating, letting go of what's dead and bringing back what's new. It is definitely still bringing that scorpionic energy into it, even though this is Capricorn, which is an earth energy and grounding, a very grounded energy. Capricorn wants an investment on its returns. So are their finances, the efforts, the resources just? Because karma is going to be showing itself, and you better believe that you better pay attention, because the next month, when Jupiter moves in, Jupiter is going to definitely start whammying that shit up. If you haven't been listening to Ceres, when Ceres has been here for the first 2 weeks, of the rules, the walls, the boundaries, the rules in the relationships, period. So you're definitely getting a little bit of a whammy house going on in the partnerships, the relationships in general, on both levels of just, are they comfortable? Are they good? And then why are they good, or why are they bad? Where's the rules? Definitely a transformation is what they're saying in this area. Now, in your 9th house, is you don't have anything going on here, so you don't have anything influencing it or going against it. You are just your normal person in your normal way of viewing from your higher education, your ethics, your morals, your spiritual urges, your higher wisdom, your higher mind, your psychic energy, your visions. There's nothing being influenced here going for you or against you. And that's not good or bad. That just means you're in your typical energy. But as you get into the 11th house, now as you get into your 10th house, this is where Neptune is. This is your honor, your reputation. This is your prestige, your professional career, the outer world's responsibilities that deal with your social foundations and your financial success. All right? You have Neptune in retrograde here with Lilith. Neptune is asking you, are you creating positive magic that's bringing you into the reputation of what you really want to be, what you want to be known for? Are you being honored for what you want to be honored for? Are you in line with what you're trying to build? This is your financial success, your social foundations, and the duty and authority in the outer community. This is also like the political arena for you, your working environment. So in the working environment, the political arena, more or less, are you standing in your power, in your truth? Neptune here is in retrograde, most likely saying you're not 100%. Because with Lilith on top of it, it's asking you, are you really burning in your fire? Are you allowing the world to see the fire from within? To see the true power of you? Are you allowing the social foundation to acknowledge the depths and the truth of you? And I say that because Neptune's in retrograde. It's experiencing questions within its own darkness of its magic. And Lilith is dark, but Lilith is trying to bring sacral chakra energy into it, into the I believe that I can, having confidence in that outer world, and that honor, that reputation, social foundations, financial success, the authority, finding confidence in being your own authority to the outer world and being responsible for what you are putting out. You're only having up until the 27th of Neptune still in retrograde. Neptune is also moving towards Saturn. This is saying there's rules, walls, and boundaries here that must shift as well. And understand that it's trying to correct and tweak little situations in this area between now and the 27th when it does go direct. Now on the 11th house, this is for you, that outer community. You have Chiron here and Eris here. Eris is trouble, toil, strife, injustice, where you're still holding on to resentment. Chiron is the wounded healer. So something in that outer community, your larger groups, your friends, your memberships, do they support? I mean, do you have the right people here who truly support the true goals and ambitions that you have, going in the direction of your vision, of your own liberty, your own self-realization? Are the right people in these communities, your friendships, your memberships, that help strengthen that and bring you right back to strengthening your honor and your reputation, so you can build an outer community that is definitely healthy for you, going towards your goals, not towards someone else's goals, your goals. But you may be being pushed because in ways away from your goals. And this is the question. Are the right people here? Do you have the right groups, the right memberships, the right friends in the areas that are helping you to create the goals and ambitions and see them through, to be able to get you where you're wanting to go? Because Eris is here. Eris is Medusa. Trouble, toil, strife, injustice. Pointing directly at in one direction, pointing at Chiron, the wounded healer. So there's something here that's most likely saying, well, I haven't been able to do that because of this, and I haven't been able to do that because of this, and I haven't been able to get to that goal or live up to that expectation because of this or because of that. And this is all saying, no, no, no more pointing fingers. Take responsibility for what you're trying to create and for the people you choose to have in your life. That's what this is about. Taking responsibility for having the right people in your life and choosing to create it correctly. If you choose it incorrectly, it's time to change those decisions. That's all. It's time to, cut the cord in some of these areas. That's really what it comes down to, and be responsible for your own decisions so you can create the dream you want. Now, your 12th house, this is Taurus, and this is where your full moon takes place on the 12th. Taurus wants everything to be beautiful. Taurus wants heaven on earth. Taurus is stubborn, but Taurus will do the hard work. Taurus is stubborn, but Taurus will do the hard work. Taurus wants to create heaven on earth, but see, this is your subconscious energy. This might be where you're a little bit in la land about it. Because your 12th house is your subconscious energy. It's your hidden self, your karmic debts, your self-deception, your unconscious mind. It's where you have had self-sacrifice that's created self-undoing. Bad habits that's held on to embarrassment, grief, sorrow, shame, blame. This is, like I said, part of the hidden self, where you're not fully standing in your independence, your individuality, your uniqueness, your freedom, your self-worth, your self-value, your self-esteem, where you're keeping the true you hidden from the rest of the world because you're still worried about what they're going to think. Well, fuck them. That's my opinion. This is about facing yourself off and healing what you haven't been able to heal. Because Vista is in your 12th house right now, your soul fire, asking your independence, your individuality, your uniqueness, your freedom, where it's holding on to grief, sorrow, shame, blame, injustice, embarrassment, self-deception, self-undoing, and you've kept yourself blocked and hidden in your own prison. And it is going towards Medusa. Trouble, toil, strife, injustice, bitterness, resentment. So this is saying you can't point fingers outwardly anymore. This is saying you have to learn to stand in your you. Bring your independence, your individuality, your uniqueness, your creative self, your self-worth, your self-value, your self-esteem into a healing energy from your own self-deception, from your own self-undoing, and heal the grief, sorrow, shame, and blame so that you can make the karmic debts be cleared. This is a very powerful time for you, but it's not an easy time. Because anytime we're deeply in our 12th house with independence here, making us face ourselves, that's your skeletons in the closet that have skeletons in the closet. But the deeper you go into healing that and understand that that's your responsibility here, to your soulfulness, to the depths of getting past authenticity and into your soul fire, that's where healing is truly made. I love you guys. Bye.